Hi, it's Craig Burdine, pastor of Faith Baptist Church in Adrian, Michigan, with a Bible verse for you to meditate on today, for you just to think about just for a few moments. We're looking at some Bible verses that have to do with the Son, S-U-N. I know Son can also be S-O-N, talking about a son, the Son of God, Jesus, but we're looking at the actual Son, see what the Bible says about that. So here we go on this Saturday, just a verse to think about. And I probably should have done this before, but this verse doesn't have the word son in it. But it's obvious what it's talking about. And it's all the way back to the first chapter of the Bible. Genesis chapter 1, verse 16. And this is what it says. It talks about this fourth day of creation. And Judy and I, we took the kids to the Creation Museum last week. And we got to see that. That was a neat experience. If you ever get a chance, it's down in northern Kentucky, just across the river from Cincinnati. And it's a good thing. They have the Ark down there, a little bit further down into Kentucky. Great vacation spot. Plus, you can also see the Cincinnati Zoo and Newport in Kentucky, the aquarium. And you could catch a Cincinnati Reds game. Not too bad. But anyway, we didn't do all of that. We just did the Creation Museum and the Ark and Kings Island. Grandkids love that one. Here's what it says. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 16. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, the lesser light to rule the night. And he made the stars also. I just love that passage. It talks about he made two great lights, and that's our perspective. The greater light to rule the day, the lesser light to rule the night, the sun and the moon. Two different kinds of lights. The sun has a light of its own, and it shines, and it's the brightest object in the sky until the sun goes behind the earth, and then the brightest light in the sky is the moon. But the moon has no light of its own. It simply reflects the light of the sun. That's us. That's similar to what we do. We don't have any light of our own. We don't have any righteousness of our own. We don't have any goodness of our own. When people look at us, it's not much to see. You look at the moon, it's craters and crevices, and it's not much. But you let the sun reflect off, and it's bright. And we need to let Jesus reflect off of us. We need to let people see Jesus through us. May they see Jesus' reflection in us. Those are cool. But then I love what it says. So he made the sun and the moon. And almost as if passing, oh yeah, and he made all the stars. There are billions of stars out there. In other words, it's as if it says, oh yeah, and God just made all of this, just boom. And he did. He made it all. He made it all happen. God made everything. So today, when you look up and see the sun, say, God made that. You look at the moon, God made that. Pretty much, you can look around and say, God made that and that and that and that. Now, obviously, when you look at something like, you look at these bookshelves back here, God didn't make that. But he made everything so that could be made. Even the books. God didn't make a book, but he made all the material to make that book. God made everything. When God made matter, God made material, he made it so that it could make everything else. God made it all, and he made us. He made us in his own image. The moon's not in his image. The sun's not in his image. The wood, the forest, the trees, the mountains, the earth, none of this is in his image. But you and I are. There is something about us that is like God. He made us in his image. He made us in his likeness. And we need to reflect him. So hopefully today you'll reflect him. I hope to see you tomorrow in church. We're going to look at the movie Star Wars. It's going to be interesting. Star Wars talks about the Force. But we're going to talk about the true force in the world. And that is God. So God bless you.